Hello all, I'm your host and speaker Kavirsu. I'm a senior MuleSoft developer at Infometry. Thank you for taking time to join us today. In today's webinar, I would be talking about JIRA connector and JIRA integration in MuleSoft. Please feel free to drop questions on the topic or share the struggles and experience during this live session. We will answer your queries through the chat. Let's start the session. This session is organized by Infometry. We are a pure play data analytics company based out of Fremont, California, with our offshore development center in Bangalore, India. We came into inspection back in 2010, and since then, we have been offering domain specific analytics solutions for high tech, energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. Being a data analytics software service and solution provider, we focus on delivering productive and prescriptive analytics solutions, cloud data warehouse implementation, data governance, enterprise service bus, microservice-based integration solutions, big data, cloud DevOps, Salesforce CRM, and product engineering. Infometry has been an engineering and consulting service partner for companies like Informatica, Metilon, Snowflake, Tableau, Adaptive Insights, Looker, etc. Infometry offers domain-specific analytics solutions for high-tech, energy, life science, retail, manufacturing, and finance customers. In addition to the service, we have also developed more than 15 cloud connectors for IICS. One mentioned under Blue Blocks are developed and owned by us, and the rest are all developed by us only for organizations like Informatica, SAP Calidus, etc. We have developed state-of-the-art analytics solution InfoFiscus, which can be hooked to any on-prem or cloud CRM, ERP, or planning apps. InfoFiscus is 100% cloud-based free-built analytics software developed using open architecture. InfoFiscus comes in three different flavors: finance, supply chain, and sales and marketing analytics. We are delighted to announce the launch of the next generation InfoFiscus Sales Analytics Snowflake native application, which aims to streamline sales analytics for customer using Salesforce, Marketo, and Snowflake. That's our quick introduction. Now let's move to our today's agenda. In today's session, we are going to discuss about JIRA connector, authentications in JIRA connector, operations in JIRA connector, and a simple JIRA integration which developed in MuleSoft. Before going to our session, we'll have a quick intro about MuleSoft. MuleSoft is a middleware layer in the integration platform. It helps to integrate all the systems in many ways, such as API-based, queue-based, and scheduler-based application. It also offers different kind of architecture to build the applications. The architectures like API-led connectivity architecture and one-to-one architecture. In API-based architecture, we have three layers: experience layer, process layer, and system layer. In experience layer, we used to connect to the source system to get the request data. And in process layer, we'll do all the business transformations and we'll handle the business related error, data related error, and the kind of alert mechanisms. And in system layer, we used to connect to the target systems. MuleSoft also offers queue-based applications. It has own Anypoint MQ. It also supports other vendors' queues like IBM MQ, ActiveMQ, etc. Coming to the queue concept, in queue, we have a P4 queue and a normal queue. Also, we have a topic-based and queue-based applications. If you want to connect like one-to-one applications, like this single message has to process to the one single applications, so we can use the queue-based. And in case if you want to process a simple message to multiple systems, so we can use topic concept here. So we can bind a number of queues into single topic. If you publish one message to the topic, it will put the message into all the queues which is banded in the topic. And in the queue, we have different kind of acknowledgement modes like immediate, manual, and auto acknowledgement modes. In immediate acknowledgement mode, like once the message received from the queue, it will delete from the queue. So it will not wait for the message to process, or it will not see whether the message got successfully processed or failed. And in the auto, it will get delete whenever the message got processed successfully. It will delete the message from the queue. And in the manual, we'll have a control to delete the message from the queue in the manual acknowledgement mode. So using the acknowledgement token, we can delete from the message in the queue, and we can also re-put, or we can also reinsert the message in the queue using negative acknowledgement mode. So we'll have our own control when we are using a manual acknowledgement mode. And here we have a data view. So it helps us to transform the data as business required, and we can handle like JSON to XML or XML or CSV as kind of business required. Will do all the transformations in data view. And we have the enhanced error handling concept as well. So here we have on error propagate, on error continue, and raise error. In on error propagate, if any error occurred in our flow and we don't want to continue our flow, we have to throw, then we can use on error propagate. And in case, even though the error occurred, we have to continue our flow, so we can use on error continue. And there is a raise error. In our flow, we can use a raise error. In case in any situation or in any validations, if we want to raise error or throw error from the flow, we can use raise error connector. And that's all about quick intro about the MuleSoft. In JIRA connector, we have two types of authentication: basic authentication and OAuth 2 authentication. In this integration, I used basic authentication. With the help of username, API token, and base URI, I'm able to successfully connect to the JIRA platform here. We have many operations in JIRA connector in MuleSoft. For this particular webinar session, I have taken a few operations, and here we are going to discuss about search issues, get issue, create issue, delete issue, and the commands like adding the command, deleting the command, and the attachment part, like we can add the attachment and remove the attachment with the help of add and remove. And there is a transitions, get transition and do transition. So these are the list of operations which we are going to discuss in our session. And first, let's talk about the search issue. So here we have the JQL query. So with the help of JQL query, like let's take about summary or create date or the kind of reporter. Let's say I want to fetch all the issues or all the JIRA ticket which is created from last 1 month. So I can use only the create date in the JQL query. So to fetch all the issues which is created in the JIRA platform for the last 1 month. Or let's say just I want to include one more conditions like the reporter. For this particular reporter, and I need to fetch all the JIRA tickets which is created for last 1 month. So I can use a create date and the particular reporter. So in the we can construct the JQL query. So with the help of respective JQL query, we can able to fetch the respective records. So we can add many conditions, like we can add a summary if I want to specifically fetch the issues which is related to the particular summary, or and the status. So based upon our convenience, we can add the conditions in the JQL query, and based upon that, we can use the search issue operation, and we can able to retrieve more than many issues, like whichever created based upon the which is satisfied in the JQL queries. Okay, so this is all about JQL queries. So based upon the JQL conditions, so we are going to fetch the existing issues and using the search issue operation. Yeah, so we are used a Jira configuration like a basic authentication, as I said here, and the payload section. So whatever the right side column it is shown here, so that we have to pass in the payload section. So with the expand names and the max results, we can minimize, and we can mention the max results and the fields and like the JQL queries. With the help of this payload, we are going to retrieve the list of issues which is available in the Jira platform, which satisfy the JQL conditions. and get issues. Like the previous one, it's to fetch all the issues which satisfy the canonical queries, like the creator date or reporter. And this get issues, like I'm going to fetch or get the details about one particular issue or one particular JIRA ticket. So here we have passed the issue ID or JIRA ID. So using this JIRA ID, we are going to fetch the particular details about that particular JIRA. So this is about a get issue connector here. And we have a create issue. Let's say we have to create a incident or create a ticket from our integration platform or through Mule applications. So we have to use respective fields in the payload. So like the project key, summary, descriptions, issue type, and the priority. We can mention the priority whether it's a P1 or P2, and the assignee it's like to whom we are going to assign. So if we pass the particular account ID of that particular assignee, so it will assign to that respective guys, or it will make it as like unassigned here. So the account ID of the particular assignee, we have to fetch it from the existing JIRA board and the time zone details. So these are the payloads we need to pass while creating a ticket through JIRA connector, which is like a create issue connector here. Like the dashboard, like what project we are using. So these are like we should know before creating the ticket in which dashboard we have to create a ticket and what will be the summary for the particular issue, and all about the descriptions, issue type, everything. And we have the add comment operation here. Let's say if you want to add a comment or add a descriptions for the particular or existing issue, so we can pass the respective JIRA ID in the issue ID or key ID column, and we can pass the particular body like what will be the comment we need to pass it for the respective ticket. So it should have a regular payload structure like the body and the type, whether it is a text or type, or and the descriptions which has to be given in that comment section. So these are the respective details we have to pass it in the payload section here. And we have the add attachment part. Like we can add a multiple attachments like JSON or PDF or CSV or any attachments we can add in the existing JIRA ticket. So we need to pass the JIRA ID and the file name and the content of the payload. So here I used a JSON file and CSV file, and this format after doing the transformation suggest I'm going to pass it in the add attachment part, and we have to use a single file, which means like it should be used in the for each, like one attachment at one time, like whether it is a JSON or CSV, and the content should be mentioned there. So in the content we can have like multiple array of objects or single objects, anything is fine, but like one attachment at one time. So these are the payloads we have it for the add attachment operations. And get transitions, like so it's a ID, so transition ID. Let's say for the existing ticket which is in the closed status, we have to reopen the existing ticket or the closed ticket. If you want to reopen, we need to do this do transition operation. So to do that operation, we have to get a transition ID for the existing JIRA ticket. So just by passing the JIRA ID, we're going to get the transition ID. And with the help of transition ID, we are going to use it in our do transition operations. And this will help us to reopen the ticket which is closed. Or let's say the issues occurred again, which is recently closed, and I want to reopen the ticket. So here we can go for the do transition operation. With this operation, we are going to reopen the ticket and with the help of transition ID of the respective JIRA ticket. And this are the simple JIRA integration which I developed in the MuleSoft for this kind of a webinar session. So here we have the listener to get the request, and let's say the search operation initially. Let's say the issues occurred for the particular summary for the particular create date. Let's say the issues exist, or the Jira ticket is created for the particular subject for very recently. So if I'm going to create again, it will duplicate, the Jira ticket will get duplicate. So for the same issues, we are creating multiple tickets. So just for particular reason, what we are doing, we are going to check whether for the existing subject and the create date for the within a week, whether the ticket is exist in the our platform or not. If the Jira ticket is already exist and it is in whether it is in progress status or any other status. So we are not going to create any new tickets. So we are going to say that the ticket is already exist for that particular error, and it is in currently it is in progress status. So we can define whatever the message which need to pass to the team. And let's say like in the search operation, we didn't find any tickets for the respective subject within the past create date. So we are going to create a new tickets with the help of payload, which we saw very early. So with that, we are going to create a ticket, and in the response payload, we are going to say like the ticket is successfully created for this particular issue, and we can pass that Jira ID in the payload. So that will be helpful for tracking purpose for the team. And let's say we have one more scenario, like in the search issue, we find the Jira ticket for the respective subject, and let's say it is in progress status, right? Whether it is in progress status, so we can mention the ticket is already exist and the team is working on that. And let's say the ticket is exist and it is closed in status, it is in closed status. So we have to reopen the ticket. So that is in the first choice, and the issues exist and issue type is closed. So we are going to reopen the ticket with the help of do transaction operation. So you can see whether it further reopening the ticket purpose. To do this do transition, we need to get a transition ID, and we are going to get the transition ID with the help of get transition operation. And we are going to reopen the ticket with the help of do transition. Later, we are going to add a new comment, the new descriptions in the comment sections saying that the issues, this particular issues occurred again. So we are going to reopen the ticket. So this all the kind of scenarios we have handled in this integration. And we can add many operations like as we record what are the operations which is available in the Jira platform here. And just to handle the error sections, let's say any Jira issues occur, like any connectivity issues occurred while doing the Jira operations, here I have handled it AnyPoint MQ, so which I discussed earlier. We have a queue concept in Mule integration platform. So here I have used AnyPoint MQ. So any issues occurred related to connectivity. So I'm going to publish that particular data, request data to the queue, and I'm going to reprocess it again using the retry flows. So in the retry flow, so I will fetch the data from the input request data from the queue, and I'll reprocess to the same main flows. And this is all about Jira integrations in MuleSoft and the operations and authentications, all about Jira in MuleSoft here. Yeah, now it's a question and answer session. Please raise your questions and we'll clarify your questions here. Thanks.
Yeah, hi Kavi.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, thank you so much for this amazing session. So, my question was like, what is the standard structure like we need to follow to create a Jira? And yeah, that is my question.
Yeah, so here I've explained in the slide, right? So when we are going for creating a ticket, so we need to use we have a payload, like the payload, we need to define that project in which dashboard we are going to create, which means a project key, and we have that Jira subject, and to whom we are going to assign and what is the priority. So these are all like common values, like the standard values we need to define in the payload, and with the help of that we are going to create a ticket using the create issue operation.
Okay, so is there anyone who would like to ask questions to Kavi? Okay. One more question, Kavi. Like, what is the use of JQL query in search operation?
Yeah, let's say like I want to search the ticket is already exist or not. So just let's say I got one issue or error in my integration, and before going to create a ticket, like so just I need to check whether the issues exist in the dashboard or not, whether the for the particular issue we have raised JIRA ticket or not. So for the check conditions, we are going to do such operation in our JIRA dashboard. Let's say whether this is the subject and this is the create date for, let's say, like last 15 days or last 1 week, and the reporter. Based upon these values, we are going to combine with the help of combining these values like subject, reporter, created, or any other things. So we are going to construct a JQL query, and we are going to check in last 1 week whether any ticket is created for this kind of subject or not. So if it is not created, so we are going to create a new ticket. So that is the use of that search operation and JQL query in search operation.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else would like to ask any questions? Please
Hi,
feel
Kavi.
free to ask.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Kavi. Kavi, what is the difference between get transition and do transition?
Yes, Indu. Like as I said, right? So any ticket, like the ticket is in closed status, and if the issues occurred, we have to again reopen the ticket. So we are going to use a do transition, and for reopening the ticket, like we are using the do transition operation, right? So we need to pass a get transition of the respective ticket. So we're going to get that ID, transition ID, using the get transition operation, and then we are passing that ID in the do transition operation. So just to reopen the ticket, we are using that both get transition ID and do transition.
Thanks, Kavi.
Thank you, Sindhu.
Hello, Kavi. I have also one question.
Yeah.
Could you explain the use cases of doing search operation?
Yeah. So like as I said, right, so just to not to create a duplicate tickets for the same issues again occurring again and again. Let's say in case of any connectivity issues in our application, like any SFTP or any HTTP or Snowflake connectivity, any kind of connectivity. So if the connectivity issue is not resolved and if we are trying to reach out to that particular API, we'll get a same connectivity error, right? So for the same error, we should not create a multiple JIRA tickets. So just we are going to check whether the ticket is already created for the particular issue, and with like whatever the issue occurred within a week or within 15 days. So just we are going to check the ticket is exist or not. That is just to avoid that duplicate tickets, to creating a duplicate tickets. So we are going to check, and if it is exist, we're not going to create, we're going to update the existing tickets with the latest descriptions. And if the ticket is not created, we're going to create new ticket. And the main purpose is just to avoid the creating the duplicate tickets.
Thank you, Kavi.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I think that's it. If anyone wants to ask any questions, let me know. Okay. So thank you all for joining us today for this amazing webinar, MuleSoft Jira Connector. I hope everyone found the session really informative and insightful. Make sure to follow us on the LinkedIn and make sure to check our website for the future webinars. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kavi. Everyone have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks for